24/7. My name is Niharika Bhatnagar and I'm with you with the area of AFM, and we were talking about cost accounting na? So then we were talking about costing methods. In costing we have different kinds of methods. The methods varies from when we are working on production, when we are working on service, whether we are working towards producing a thing for the life of that particular asset, or we are just producing new things every now and then. For example, if I produce toys, then obviously I would produce okay, if I'm making a car, then probably then I'll make a pink car as well as a blue car, because what would I do? I would like to sell it based upon the gender, right? That means for the girls there would be the pink car, for the boys there would be the blue car. So technically, when I'm trying to sell that particular toy, I would keep all these things in mind, right? So here comes the module D. The kind of costing that is used in this specific type is called batch costing. And the other type is called, number one is batch costing, second one is after batch costing we have process costing, under which we undergo multiple things. That is called process costing, where we have process 1, process 2, process 3, process 4, and then the final good is ready. Then batch costing, process costing. Next kind of costing is called unit costing, when one particular thing is being made and that is not even changed at all. For example, one of the best examples for this is cement. Cement factory, they don't really change, they're just making that particular thing, right? So when we were talking about it, first one is related to the area of job costing, batch costing. Job costing is also left. This one is called job costing, where we are talking about a specific customized job. Unit costing is when we are making one particular thing for life. For example, cement. For example, sugar, right? So once we're done with this, what else is left? Job costing is where we are doing something, some kind of costing which is totally specialized towards one particular thing. For example, making of the red chair, that is basically part of job costing, right? Okay, now there's one particular related to the construction, which is contract costing. So these are all the different kinds of costing which are used in different um, productions. Based upon this, today we are going to talk about, I think, multiple of all these kind of costing. What is the primary purpose of contract costing? To maximize the profits, to minimize costs, to separate a certain costs of each contract, or allocate overheads efficiently. What's going to be the answer, everyone? What is the primary purpose of contract costing? When we talk about the contract costing is exclusively related to one thing, that is long-term construction based contracts. For example, building a house, building a bridge, building a freeway, highway, all those things are covered in this. So when we talk about this scenario, to separately a certain cost of each contract, we do this. Because if I'm a contractor, then at one point of time, I might be involved in making a building along with, number one is building, number two, I might be involved in, first is building, second is I might be involved in making something else as well. One can be building, second can be at one point side making a building, at the other side we might be making a bridge, and we might be making a highway, right? Or we might be making a toll tax, toll for the taxation collection. All those things can be done at the same time. No? There are multiple things that we can take up. So that is covered in this area. What type of contract is suitable when the exact cost cannot be estimated at the start of the work? Sometimes we just cannot find out what would be the cost of it, so that we cannot quote the price, because if I quote the price to you already, and then I would be stuck because I cannot charge even a single penny more than that. So how do we deal with this? Fixed price. No. This fixed price is definitely going to cost me a major problem. This can cause losses. Cost plus, it can cause, cost plus contract can, this can be helpful though, because in this case, you will say whatever the cost would be, just add 10% to it or 20% to it. That would be the portion of my profit. You pay this and this is my profit. That is something you have to pay again. But again, this part is something which is compulsory and this part is optional. Actually, this part is for the cost, which you in any case have to pay. This part can be negotiable and I can increase or decrease my profit based upon the negotiations I have with the person. Time and material, the next part, and the lump sum. The correct answer is cost plus. Lump sum means giving all the money at once. If you're giving all the money at once, do you really have an option? Nope, you won't. That's one of the areas where we talk about this. Contract costing is not something which is very difficult to understand. Rather, it is beautifully explained when it comes to the entire area. In contract costing, what is the primary purpose of the retention money or security deposit held by the customer? Acha, everyone, do you think whenever we hire some laborers to do our task, then we would just give the entire money to them at once? Well, this is what I've always seen, that whenever laborers are working now, we give them money on the basis of the work they're doing every day. Either on the basis of the everyday work or on the basis of the total work they're supposed to do. है ना? We just don't give the entire money in advance and then let them do the work later on. What will happen in this case? If we actually allow them to do the work as and how they want, there is a major risk involved. What is the major risk, everyone? Maybe they'll just take the money, but they won't work or give the particular quality. That's why we are going to always retain a part of the money, isn't it? So, in the contract costing, what is the primary purpose of retention money in terms of security deposits? To compensate the contractor for shortcomings, to maximize the customer's profit, to cover the contractor's overhead, or to encourage the contractor to finish quickly. This is based upon the area of execution. Whatever portion you will execute, only that part is something that we will check. Otherwise, we won't check all the things, because this will make our entire work wrong. Why? What if the person, the work we have given to that particular person is not good at it? What will happen in that case? Then if we give the money upfront for all the construction work, then that would cause us a major loss of funds, and that is not good, right? So this is the point regarding the retention money. Retention means we do not pay the money, all the money upfront. We keep a little part of the money with us. How is the progress billing determined in contract costing? Who typically certifies the stage of the work completion? Based on contractor's estimate and certified with the customer, contractor, architect and engineer, then estimate as well as surveyor. Everybody? What's the answer according to you? Chaliye, then let's move on and look at the answer. The correct answer to this question is the contractor's estimate and certified by the customer. Obviously, the contractor will give us the estimate that this is the part of work which is done, and the certification would be done by the customer first. कि ठीक है, this part is done, this part is still left. How is profit on incomplete contracts calculated, and why is it necessary to recognize it during contract execution? Profit to date, or cost of work divided by total estimated work contract into estimated contract profit to avoid disputes with customers, total estimated profit cost divided by the cost of work into the estimated work contract profit to maximize the profits, profit to date, total cost divided by estimated divided by cost of work completed to comply with the accounting principles. What's going to be the answer? The correct answer to this question is profit to date. How do we calculate your profit till date? It is based upon the work which is already done, okay, divided by total of contract cost, whatever would be the total, and we multiply it with the estimated contract profit. Whatever estimated profit we can make up, that is to be taken here. Done. Now comes the next question. How is the profit to date calculated on incomplete contracts? When we talk about incomplete contracts, total estimated contract divided by cost of work completed multiplied by estimated contract profit. Cost of work completed divided by total estimated cost contract and estimated contract cost or cost of work completed or total estimated contract profit. What's going to be the answer? How is the profit to date calculated on an incomplete contract? Okay, when we talk about an incomplete contract which is not fully done, and obviously we will not pay for the entire work, we would be paying only for the work which is actually done. The rule is, because if I give the entire money at once, probably the person will not do the work properly, which is very, very dangerous for us, because if he leaves the work in between, how will we handle the entire situation? You know, it's obvious. If we are into in the mid of completing our architectural work and all, someone has taken up that particular job, and if he leaves in between, who will take it up, and in how much time that work would be done? You know, so the answer is cost of work completed divided by total estimated contract cost multiplied by estimated contract profit. What is the characteristic feature of production process in process costing? Customization of products, non-continuous production, standard continuous production, or one-time production cycles. Characteristic feature of production process. Production process is basically a process which goes through multiple phases, and obviously always remember, in terms of process, this is under process, what happens is one particular thing when done, it leaves for the next process, then goes for the next process, the process continues. You know, there we have a standard and continuous production. Whenever we have this, we are looking forward to this. For example, paper making, it happens in that particular scenario as well, isn't it? Okay, now comes the next question. What is the primary difference between weighted average cost and the standard cost in process costing? Weighted average cost involves assigning standard cost to the production units or standard cost involves adding all costs and whether preceding or the current one. Weighted average cost use actual cost while standard cost uses estimated cost. There is no difference between the terms and they are same. When I say weighted average cost and standard cost, they are not the same. They're never the same rather. When we talk about the standard costing is a totally different scenario. When we talk about the standard costing, what we are trying to do is we are having weighted average cost that use actual cost while standard cost uses estimated cost. You know, the answer is actually C, because weight uses actual cost and then it puts a weight into it, and we give importance to multiple things now. Technically, that's why in this area we use actual, and while in terms of standard we set a standard. This should be done. If I tell you we should be meeting at 7:30, and there is a should, at what point of time it is feasible for you and me, that would be the actual thing. So weighted average cost uses actual costs while standard cost uses estimated cost. When is the FIFO costing method typically used in process costing? When there is no standard costing system, when the cost changes from one process to another are very low, when there are ongoing and significant changes in product cost, and when there is no need for improvement in costing account accuracy. What's going to be the answer? FIFO is first in, first out. When is FIFO used? I believe when we have a particular I think we should be using it in terms of when there is no standard costing system is not definitely the answer. You have a specific system only, then you use FIFO. FIFO is first in, first out. Whatever comes first would be used first. Okay, so that is the first thing, and the cost changes from one process to another is very low. This can also not be the reason. The right answer should be this: when there are ongoing and significant changes, matlab there are major changes coming in that particular thing. That's why it is important that we note it down accordingly. Done? Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. What is the formula for the used to calculate the cost of one unit in production process after adjusting the normal cost? Cost of one unit is equal to total sales minus sales value of the scrap divided by the inputs, or total value, total cost divided by input units, total cost minus sale divided by input minus normal cost, or the last one. The correct answer in this question is C, everyone. C. Why C? Because everyone, in this case we have a certain amount of units which goes into normal loss. Total cost minus scrap value, this is the actual cost that we are left, and from the input, total input that we have got, we remove the normal loss, the loss which is bound to happen. For example, if I am transferring petrol from one organization to one place to another, the petrol is highly volatile liquid, so it will evaporate in any case. That kind of thing will always happen. So that's the answer in this case. Okay. Before I end this particular session, everyone, first of all, please like this particular session if it was helpful for you. Number two, I hope you know that our sale is also going on, and if you haven't utilized the particular opportunity to buy our courses, then what are we waiting for, everyone? This is the perfect time. You should go ahead and purchase our courses right away. Okay, what you need to do is go on to our website, that is www.adda247.com. Let me show you where to go exactly. This is our website, www.adda247.com. As soon as you reach the particular website, what you need to do is go down and reach to the area of JIB and CIB, go on to the area of JIB May 2024, and here are all the courses which are required for us. JIB Mahapack is the best option for you because this is something.
Okay, everyone, let's end the session here. But before I end the session, do you know so many courses are currently available for you? Our crash courses, our numerical excellence batch, and our crash course 2.0 is also there. Parpack revision batch is also coming. Matlab, there are so many things that we have added for you. So what do you need to do about this, everyone? All these batches are currently available for you. All you can do for this specific batch is just go on to the area of JIP Mahapack. Under the Mahapack, you can just use the code Y541 and you can get a discount of 6,000 rupees at 80%. Another 1% discount is available if you download the app. So at 81% discount, you can get our Mahapack, which includes all these batches. This includes Crash Course 1.0, 2.0, then this includes our revision batch, Parpack revision batch is also coming. That means comprehensive complete batches have already been done. So all those comprehensive batches plus the revision batch plus the current batch which is going on. So what else are we looking forward to? There are so many things that we have added. Ebooks are available, then test series are available, test series that too full mock as well as unit wise. So everything that you might be looking forward towards JIB is available here. So please make sure that you use the code Y541 and get 81% right away, because this discount is definitely for a very limited period of time. So hurry up and check it out now. Don't forget to use the code Y541, everyone. Bye bye. Take care.